Hey everybody, welcome to We Are All Geeks. This is now our 7th episode, man.
That's right.
Only two to be on all 7 episodes.
You know this.
Because we're clearly just the best.
I got nothing else to do, so it's fine.
Yeah, we have nothing else to do. So on today's show, we're definitely recapping the Gamescom stuff that we talked about. What did we get right? Nothing.
Nothing?
Not much.
Hey, that sounds right.
That sounds great. Death Stranding was there.
So there's that.
Yeah, there's that. But before we get to Death Stranding, let's go through some of the rest of the show. So let's start at Opening Night Live. That was the name of the event. I wanted to say one night only. I don't know why.
It was one night only.
It was one night only with Jeff Keighley, who played a bigger part in this presentation than we thought.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
The show opened with Erica, an interactive thriller. It's one of the PlayLink games where you could use your phone as an app and you can interact with the PlayStation that way. It's filmed live action, and it's like $10.
Yeah, it's already out.
Yep,
right?
Already out. And it's available now type thing.
Which is cool. It's cool when they do that.
Yeah, it's always fun.
You know, when I was watching that, we usually when there's like one of these live action kind of style games, like FMV games, you're like, I'm not sure. But basically, isn't that what like Until Dawn and then the Man of Medan is going to be coming out soon?
They definitely were.
It's that, except instead of just live action, like, no, we're going to just shoot everyone and then we throw in the video game, but it's still the same thing. So I've been looking forward to it. Like, I want to check it out because I did like Until Dawn. I liked, all the other ones like that, like Heavy Rain and Beyond. And
the interactive games.
Yeah, so it's one of those that from what they've shown, branches, stories that branch out, they're very interesting, very replayable. So.
Oh yeah, they're great. Next, Call of Duty Modern Warfare will have an open alpha as of recording. It's this weekend. As of you actually seeing this, it was last weekend.
It happened, so you missed it.
You missed it, unless you didn't, and then tell us how it was.
Yeah.
Because I probably won't get to play it. Kerbal Space Program 2 is coming in 2020 to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I found it funny they're using the fact that they're not coming exclusively to the Epic Games Store as a marketing point. Like, they're not exclusive to there.
Yeah.
But that actually looks good. I never played the first one.
I've dabbled a little bit. Honestly, it's not the game for me,
Okay.
And I can appreciate what it does. It's just I know that I'm not the player for it, but I've seen some stuff of people that have played it, and it looks pretty awesome. So
it looks,
number one, I should say. Like, I've seen people that have played number one, but who knows? Now that it's there's more exposure to it now coming for the PS4, maybe I'll check out number 2.
Oh.
So.
Also, it should be worth noting, I'm using the list compiled by Chris Kohler over at Kotaku to go through the stuff. So yeah, after Kerbal Space Program, Humankind had a trailer. It was weird. That was the one. It had a caveman in space on a synth, and then it panned out. It was a caveman and he was on a synth, and then it panned out to be in space, and then it looked like almost a Civ type game, but I don't know. This was not the best trailer to show off whatever in the hell this game was. Little Nightmares 2, that one has a cult following.
It does, yeah.
So I'm very glad for everyone that one is getting a sequel. If you don't know Little Nightmares, it's like, it looks cute, but it is a horror game.
Yeah.
Like, it has some cute little characters, but it is definitely a horror game. Again, I'm not the biggest horror guy. Horror games don't scare me. Yeah. I would like them more if they did, and it's kind of the same thing with movies. It doesn't scare me, and it's usually just light on plot. So
yeah. Or they really like too much on like jump scares and stuff like that, and if you've played these games enough, if you watch enough of those movies, you see it coming. You're like, oh, it's gonna happen, and boom, there it is.
And it happens. Comanche is back.
Right.
Last seen in 2001. THQ Nordic reviving another dead franchise like they do. Like they revived THQ. This one's going to be a team-based online game and is going to go into alpha and beta testing this year and early access next year. Which the difference between alpha, beta, and early access is the lines are getting blurred every day. Need for Speed Heat was there as promised. There's a Need for Speed Heat studio where you can start right now building your car, and customizing it, and you can pimp your ride now.
Yeah, I mean, for people that like it, I haven't checked out the last few Need for Speeds, but this one looks interesting.
Yeah, I'll probably give this one a try because it has been so long. This is one I'm definitely waiting for reviews on, though.
Yeah.
I do on all of the Need for Speeds, and they're always disappointing, and so I'm like, okay, I'm good. Magic: The Gathering Arena is coming to Epic Game Store. So if you want to play Magic and not actually have to leave your house or see real people,
yeah,
that's coming to Epic Game Store. It has been I think it's been in like beta or something for the last while. Like there is esports around it.
Yeah, it's kind of been out for a bit.
But it is, it's coming through. The Switcher is officially coming out October 15th. That is The Witcher 3 on Switch.
Yeah.
That trailer, it looks like they tried to bring The Witcher 3 to the Switch. Like the textures didn't look right. But honestly, if you only have a Switch or you really want to play this game on the go, so that you can actually maybe put in the 1,000 hours you need to do to beat that game, more power to you.
It's a technical marvel that game runs on the Switch.
Yeah.
You know, and so yes, there's some concessions they have to make of like it's not going to look as good as on PC clearly or on the consoles, the other consoles, but it's The Witcher on the Switch. Like that's insane that I would never imagine that the Switch could run something like that. So, you know, good if you don't have it, if you have a Switch, if you haven't played The Witcher, it's a fantastic game. I definitely would check it out. So,
yeah. Some other previously announced games that were there before we get into the big game that was there. New Gears 5 story trailer. Horde Mode got a trailer earlier in the day at the Xbox event. Here we've seen the Gears 5 story trailer. Cool. I know we're going to get a little bit deeper into Gears later in the show, maybe.
Maybe.
But...
or we can talk about it now real quick.
Go ahead.
Well, so I've been trying to make my way through all the Gears games before 5 comes out.
Okay.
I played Gears 1 when it first came out many years ago. Many years ago. So I recently picked up the collection or the Ultimate or whatever it's called, and I went through number 1. It's really interesting seeing kind of like where the game started because even from 1 to 2, so I finished 1, I'm almost done with 2, and man, just like the difference in quality from 1 to 2, it's huge already. So I'm really excited because everything that I've seen for 5, it just looks fantastic. I'm interested in the story, and so it's been fun going back and being like, the first one, there was like no story.
Yeah.
It was basically like, we break you out of prison,
go kill some
stuff. Go kill the locusts. That's it. Where do they come from? What do they want? How does it that they did? None of that.
Irrelevant.
Yeah,
Irrelevant.
They didn't. I was surprised how much they didn't talk about story-wise. And on the second one, there's been more story now. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. And isn't Ice-T one of them?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
So you're playing through. Are you doing 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5, or are you gonna include Judgment?
So I also have Judgment. I am not sure. I was gonna go 1, 2, and 3. And then I was going to see I hear that Judgment is not the best, but is Judgment like a side story? Is Judgment something that would lead to 4? Like, I was going to look up some of that to see, because I would play it. You know, if it's one of those that's like, hey, sure, check this out. I have the game. Those games are not very long, so I don't know that I'll be able to finish it before 5 comes out, but I'm going to try to kind of make my way through all of them before I play number 5. So
cool. That was the thing I was thinking about doing too, but Control and Astral Chain, and I want to finish Persona Corner. I haven't played any Persona in a while. I need to. I'm going to do better. I'm sorry I failed you all.
Speaking of Persona Corner, real quick, we'll just get into this right now. I finished Fire Emblem.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So you finished Black Eagle.
I finished with the Black Eagles. I I won't spoil it, but there is a choice you make
as the Black Eagles.
as the Black Eagles, and that will change dramatically how the rest of the game goes. So I made one choice, and then I finished the Black Eagles, and I've started my second playthrough with the Blue Lions to see, because there's so much. Again, I can't really get into specifics because one day we'll do like a spoiler cast or something, but there has been some crazy stuff that happens that now I want to see, knowing what the twist is, or that there's something happening from a different house. It's going to be crazy. But anyways, yeah, it's a fantastic game. Play Fire Emblem.
Okay.
So.
All right. Also shown their DCL based on the Real World League for Flying Drones. That literally got a 10-second trailer. It was 10 seconds. It popped on the screen. Yeah. If you blinked, you missed it. Predator Hunting Grounds got itself a gameplay trailer, and it's cool. It's really cool. So, asymmetrical gameplay by the people that did Friday the 13th. It's 4 soldiers, and it looks like they're actually going to the island to do some combat training. It looks like you're killing some NPCs. And then suddenly someone who is the Predator pops up and goes invisible and just starts taking people out. I'm very interested to see how this one goes. If it's going to be more like how Friday the 13th was, where your goal was just to survive. You get off the island, or get off out of the camp and stuff like that. As opposed to this, like, are you supposed to be able to kill the Predator?
Is this going to be like an Evolve? That's my fear.
Well,
although in the trailer they did show how, like, you as the humans, as the soldiers, you have an objective, and then the Predator shows up and he has an objective. So I wonder if it's like, as the soldiers, if we finish the objective before we all get picked off, do we win, or is it one of those, like, the Predator has the objective to kill all of you. You as a soldier, you can try to fight off the Predator, or you can finish your objective, and either way you can win. Because that would be more interesting. So then it's like, hey, we'll just, oh my gosh, we just run away. We just keep, trying to finish our objective as soon as possible, instead of trying to fight off the Predator or something like that, But, I mean, they were fighting the Predator. I'm sure that that's a thing that you can do, kill him. So.
Right. Well, and I mean, technically you could kill Jason,
yeah,
but you had to do these exact things correctly.
Yeah, but these guys are, soldiers with guns, so.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely interested in that.
I was super hyped up for Evolve before it came out, and then it did, and I'm just like,
a little bit worried about asymmetrical from here on out. Well, it's Ilphonic, though.
Yes. I mean, I'm a little worried just because of,
the genre.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until it comes out, of course. I'm not going to pass judgment. I want to check it out because I do like the Predator franchise. And so if they do it right, this could be a really cool game of, you as a Predator stalking your prey, being able to, kill them. Does everyone just have one life? Like, is it one of those? So, but we'll see.
All right. Iceborne expansion for Monster Hunter World was there. Anything there that
I mean, it's just gonna be more Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's been a fantastic game. I'm excited for this as well. Yeah, if you so far what they've shown, if you liked Monster Hunter,
you're gonna like Iceborne.
You're gonna like this one. So,
Life is Strange 2's next episode, I believe, is out now. That was there. Which, if you haven't played any of Life is Strange 2 and you watched that trailer, you're caught up.
Hey, spoilers.
Really, it was. Borderlands 3 got another trailer. It and Destiny 2 were at 3 straight conferences, I swear. They were at Stadia, I believe.
Yes.
They were at Xbox, and now they were at Opening Night Live.
Yeah.
So they showed off everything. They went out and they got ahead. They showed off, I believe it was Proving Grounds was the name of the end game content that they showed.
Yeah, it kind of, the stream that I was watching was kind of cutting out, so I missed some of the information, but what I got from it was, this is basically like another, like an endless, kind of like Diablo, like Rift, like kind of endless mode where you...
A horde mode?
not so much a horde mode, but like something that you can always content that you can always redo. Like
Okay.
so, it's a thing that I forget what I missed was how you actually like unlock it or what you need to do. But you're collecting these things, and then you go to this guy, and he's like, cool, do this proving ground. But in there will be different objectives. So every time you play it is different. Like so it could be kill 50 of these or do this or do that. But you're supposed to be getting like some of the best loot in the game from there. So, yeah, some kind of replayable,
Keep you in the game.
keep you in the game, but not so much like issue that sometimes I have with some of these games that, even with the previous Borderlands was if you want to go and farm for gear, you either have to go, just runs against a specific boss or you just like run through a stretch and stuff like that. And that can be boring where this is like, hey, this is the one thing and the enemy are going to be randomized, so kind of you never really know what to expect. The thing, like I was saying with the Diablo Rift, like when you stay in one place, go hit a button, all right, do this thing until you get to the end and then it's over and you can do it again. So they've... I'm surprised how much they're kind of now showing. Like Borderlands comes out in 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah,
so
it's right around the corner.
it's just been like boom, boom, boom. Like I hope that they leave some stuff behind so that once you do play, it's like, oh my gosh, there's all this extra stuff that I didn't know about because they've been kind of pushing their marketing like a lot lately. So there's been a lot of stuff for Borderlands and whatever. I'm sure that there's a lot riding on this game. So,
all right. Also, the Cycle, which I don't have anything to say about really.
Yeah.
Everspace 2, I don't really have anything to talk about.
Yeah, a lot of these, it's like either they get an announcement or they show a little bit, and I'm like, don't really know that much about this game, but if it comes out to PlayStation or if I can get a copy of it on Steam or what have you, I'll check it out.
Something that I'm actually legitimately excited for, FIFA 20. They showed off the Volta stuff. It's FIFA Street. Now can we get something like that in Madden for NFL Street and NBA for NBA? No, I just stopped making NBA games unless it's Street. Like,
I was excited for that. Like I saw it looked like FIFA Streets, and I was like, man, okay, like I could play this.
Yeah, so I might actually get FIFA this year. It's been a while since I've actually picked up FIFA, but I'm
out
down.
in just a little bit too.
Yeah, another one right around the corner. Disintegration. This one's from former Halo developers, a co-creator of Halo. This one looked weird. Like you're a drone and you're controlling other drones as the drone or something, or it's squad based. Like they didn't talk about it much.
So there was like the cinematic trailer that they showed too, which I think you are like a pilot.
A robot pilot.
Yeah. So you're a robot man, a robot person. You're Bender, and you are a pilot, some sort of hover bike. At first, when they first started that trailer, I was like, is this some new Destiny thing? Like, is that a Sparrow? Because that looks cool. So you have that, and you have like different abilities and stuff like that. But from everything they've shown, you just play as that pilot. So you're kind of hovering back on the battlefield, and then you have like 3 other squad mates that you can kind of direct or not. It wasn't really clear. It looked beautiful.
Yeah, it looked. At very minimum, it looked interesting. So I definitely want to see more of it, get my hands on it, just something, because I want to know what it is.
Yeah, it definitely piqued my interest. And if it stays as that, like, hey, you play as this hover bike pilot or whatever from the back, and come in your guys. There isn't a lot of games like that where you have like a squad base. Boom, go here, do this. And if you can change your squads,
it's a little
members,
real-time strategy-ish,
a little bit,
but more fast-paced.
Yeah,
so
you're more active. Like you say, hey, go and attack these guys, but also I'm going to sit back here and shoot my gun at them. So it could be cool.
Could be. Guilt, a Stadia exclusive from Tequila Works, was there. And this is one I don't have a lot on either.
And all these Stadia ones, like, maybe I'll check it out once it's out. But like, as someone who, like us, where like you already have a PC that can play a lot of these games, you have, most if not all the consoles and stuff like that. Like so far, Stadia I can see the benefit if you don't have one of these consoles,
Right.
or if you don't have a PC that's strong enough to like run some of these games.
Mm-hmm.
Stadia could be something really, really cool if it works.
I guess since we're on Stadia for just a second, they also had a conference and they showed they're bringing a whole bunch of stuff. Borderlands 3, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to go on to it. The funny thing about Cyberpunk 2077 is they're not promising day and date on that one. And that's just interesting because they're making it for PC, and aren't these just high-end PCs that they're...
But
like, it's so weird.
But yeah, you know, because it's one of those where right now I'm very skeptical about it
Right.
until if I somehow get my hands on one. Because I think this is almost like the current state of VR.
Right.
Like, if you've played VR in the past, or if you've never really touched VR, it's hard to try to kind of wrap your head around it of like, I'm not sure this is going to work, or how is this going to work? Is it going to feel right or not? Until you put a headset on, then it's awesome. With Stadia, I'm hoping for the same thing of like, you know, my computer, you know, so I don't have to maybe worry about upgrading it as much or what have you. If I can do something like that and I can run these games, and if it works, then boom, then
Awesome.
I can see like, awesome, if you are a PC gamer, get this and you're set. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars every couple of years to keep your PC up to date. So, but again, until you have it in your hands, it's hard to tell.
Also, the joke is that Google can't even get these streams to run right. Like, they are choppy. They have problems. They aren't getting these streams to run right, and you want to stream my games.
Yeah, and that's the thing that concerns me. That's the thing that I worry, how's this going to run? Because the other thing too is, of course, you know, it's all based on the internet speed and stuff like that. So maybe mine would be good enough, but then a friend of mine, you know, maybe it's not, or...
Well, the speeds are relatively low. To even run 4K, they're relatively low. The worry for me, at least, is the data caps, because someone was saying, man, if you run this much at 60 hours a month, it's going to be this many terabytes. Not gigs, terabytes. And I don't have a terabyte of data.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot, and I have other stuff I want to do on my network.
Yeah, so a lot up in the air for Stadia, but...
Back to One Night Only. I know, it was a joke. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep was there. Again, they were everywhere. They were at Xbox. So the first time on the Xbox stage, they were bragging because they're not owned by Papa Activision anymore.
They can do whatever they want now.
They moved out of the basement. And Anno 1800 was there, a Civ-like game.
Yeah.
Not my style. But the big thing that was at One Night Only.
There you go. You get it.
Opening night live. I know, guys. It's a joke. Yeah. Hideo Kojima closed the show with Death Stranding. Introduced two characters. Mama, who is just... That's a character that has some stuff going on.
Yes.
That's one that I'm just going to tell you, you need to go watch the trailer, because... I don't want to describe it. And the one that's surely going to cause memes, Guillermo del Toro's character, that he's not voicing the character, but he did
the likeness or the motion
capture? Yeah, he's the likeness, pretty much. He got shown off, and he created the new meme that we don't understand. He says BBs. Sounds close enough to babies. We don't understand babies, so that's a thing now. But it's talking about the baby that you have on your chest, and that you need to reconnect it to a virtual womb. And
so
this game's gonna be nuts, y'all.
So what the hell is this game?
There is a summary of it. I've avoided it to avoid spoilers because I like that I don't know what the hell this game is.
What the hell is this game? That's what I don't...
From what I've heard, the gameplay pretty much consists of you're going cross country, East Coast to West Coast, and you're getting the communication lines back up. That's what I've kind of heard, and along the way somehow you meet Jeff Keighley.
Yes, and then Jeff Keighley shows up.
Yeah,
not voiced by him, I believe.
Not
right?
voiced by him.
His
he didn't know what was going on when Kojima put the dots on his face and stuff, apparently. But yeah, Jeff Keighley's in it, and Kojima promises that more of his friends are going to be in it. I don't know. You know, we got that gif of Greg Miller playing 1-2 Switch. Did he get dotted up by Kojima?
Maybe. You never know.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I don't like Kind of Funny at all.
Right.
No, that would be amazing. That would make me not sell this game back after I'm done with it. I'm excited for the game because it looks so weird.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this game. From the moment it was announced, from the trailer, the first trailer, from the trailer that had the release date, from the stuff at Gamescom, like everything that I've seen about this game, it's almost like the more I watch, the more questions I have about this game. It's like, it's as if the more information they give me is more information that they take out of my head because I have no idea what the hell this game is about.
They showed off, you know, of course, the main mechanic of the game.
You pull out a ladder out of nowhere, and then you set it down, and then you climb up.
I mean, I was talking about the fact that you have to urinate.
Well, okay. Listen, if you wanna, get all nasty up in here, we can talk about that.
It's just so funny.
You can't see his dingaling.
No, but
talk about that.
It's just so funny. Kojima was like, "We need a mechanic."
That's right.
In the game to make sure you're going to the bathroom.
Yeah. So then, as you move the camera around to take a little peek right there, it's like whoop. He just turns around. It's like, I'll see you. Yeah. So
no, I don't understand this game. But it's I'm not supposed to.
I'm with you right there. Like I have no idea what this game is, and I am super excited for it.
Right, and it's either going to be the greatest thing ever because, like we've always said, this is that art house boutique movie that, you know, the movie snobs are like, oh, you need to go see this movie. It's so great. It's got subtitles, and you're just like, but I just want to go see Sharknado. You know, I want to, you know. So it's either going to be that amazing game or it's going to tank.
Well, I mean, it definitely is going to have the hype. You know, this game right now is probably, I put up there as the most anticipated game this year is Death Stranding.
Yeah.
I think of just like, yes, Call of Duty is going to sell, Borderlands is going to sell, like these kind of bigger games, they'll sell, and there's people that are hyped for it and whatever. But I think Death Stranding is the one that a lot of people are excited for. No one really knows what the hell it is.
I think if you polled gamers, they would tell you this is the game they're most excited for this year.
Yes. This year specifically.
All right.
Cyberpunk 2077 is the most.
Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy, even Avengers, which we're going to get into in a minute. Like, so much next year, but for this year.
Speaking of Final Fantasy remake or
Final
remaster,
Fantasy 8 remaster is on the way.
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
Right around the corner, right?
I know.
I'm excited for everyone who has been begging for this game forever.
I want this game. I played it when it first came out, and I want to play it, but it's like, oh, it's also coming out like, I think it's coming out like on the 3rd or something. Like it's coming out soon.
Super soon, and it's
too many games.
It's in that area. It's the worst problem to have that there's just too many games.
We're in the season, man. Like by next week.
I went and
so many games.
I heard Nintendo is apparently having like a 32-day turnaround on their Joy-Con drift issues, and mine was doing it, so I went and I got mine fixed. Like, I went to a local shop, paid the $25, and got mine fixed.
Yeah, Astral Chain next week.
Next week, man.
It starts Astral Chain, Control, then I know for me, Torchlight 2, and now Final Fantasy, then Borderlands. And
we go over this every week. Hell has begun. Welcome to hell.
Yeah. It's the worst. It's the worst.
It's the best worst thing.
It's the best and the worst.
It's the best worst thing. Yeah. We touched on it a little bit. Let's go back. So that was pretty much opening night live, one night only. That was it. Let's get into some of the stuff that was announced at Gamescom, but not at Gamescom at the same time.
They always do that. Like even at E3, you know, there's the big stuff that happens at the conferences, and then for the rest of the expo, they, you know, other games get announced.
Yeah, they
stuff
trickle out some more info.
Before we get to that, real quick, just because I want to bring it up, but there was a trailer for the new Darksiders game.
Yes.
Which I still. A Darksiders game was the 4th game where you play as Strife, which is the last horseman that you haven't played as. And on that trailer, they barely showed him. They just show War running around with a sword, and then it was a cinematic trailer as well to show War. And I'm like, we already have a game with him. What
Right.
about show Strife, the other characters on this game? Don't know how that game's gonna do, but it also is coming
I don't
out.
know how it's gonna do, but it piqued my interest. Top down
Yeah.
type hack and slash. I played maybe like 4 or 5 hours of the first Darksiders. That's my experience with the franchise. But this one actually piqued my interest. I might have to check it out.
Yeah, I like Darksiders a lot. Anyways,
I want to get into Avengers.
Yes.
We finally got gameplay on that one. I didn't think it would ever happen. But
well, they had to get ahead of it.
well,
so.
and they said it was going to be the week after Gamescom, not the day that it officially started. I actually predicted it was going to be at opening night live because Square Enix was there, and I thought maybe Jeff Keighley sweet talked him into getting it there. But
Right.
and it was 18 minutes of gameplay. It was cool.
Yeah.
I actually liked it. Yes, Miss Marvel is definitely in this game. She is definitely the narrator of that. She definitely inhaled the Terrigen Mist, and she is definitely going to embiggen. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. But the gameplay, it looks solid. Thor looks like he plays like Kratos, with a little bit of extra being able to pin people with
Yeah,
with
with
the
the hammer,
hammer,
yeah.
and then call it back, and he can hover and call down the lightning strikes. Like, he looked fun.
Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of questions about this game. Like, I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of unknowns about it. Not even like touching the story because whatever, the story will be the story. But from everything that I've seen, it looks okay to me.
I think it looks fun. At least fun.
So it looks fun. I'm talking like graphically. Where
Yeah.
I'm not a big like, oh, where'd the graphics at? But for a game that's coming out from a big studio,
From Crystal Dynamics,
a big IP,
Avengers,
say,
the
right?
largest in the world, arguably right now.
And coming out at the end of a console generation,
Yes.
right? Like,
Yeah.
so these consoles have been out for years. We all but know, 100% that both of the new consoles are going to be coming out next year. I mean, Microsoft did say that it's coming out next year. Sony, I assume, sometime early next year will announce.
Right.
PS5 comes out holiday. So it's that thing of like,
This
it's
game
at the
should
end of
look
it,
better.
it should look better. I get it. A lot of the polish, a lot of the stuff like that doesn't come together until like right before the game is launched. So, but from the time that they've had it and for showing that, that's kind of why I am so maybe a little hesitant about this game is that they didn't make a great first impression at E3, and then this didn't really alleviate my fears.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it alleviated my fears, but it did. It did enough. Like, it
Right.
showed me everyone's gameplay for now that they're going to be using. So going through it, Thor looked great. Iron Man, he looked like he had that on-rail section, and then when he got into the more open section, that looked like a blast. Hulk destroying everything,
Right.
Hulk smashing. That was just amazing. We got Captain America fighting on the helicarrier.
He, so far from all of those they've shown, he looks
He looked
Yeah.
so much fun.
tossing the shield around and stuff like that. That was really, really cool.
That looked great. And Black Widow, actually looked fun for me too. And I can imagine some really good like stealth missions with her, and the combat flowed pretty well, I thought. Fighting Taskmaster, who is a fun villain, and I
Yeah.
hope he's not just thrown away right after.
Right. Just
the
like,
thing.
oh, hey, boom, okay, now you're done.
Yeah, now you're done.
So,
Yeah, I thought the gameplay at least looked good. Graphics, all right, I'll give you. Maybe not the best, but I'm in. Like,
I'm sure I'll get this game.
oh yeah,
I'm not trying to like crap all over it. It's just,
it is also a month after Cyberpunk, and I'm gonna be. Am I gonna be able to beat Cyberpunk in a month? Like, and maintain a job? No. One's gonna give. One
hell,
of
by,
them's gonna have to
by,
give.
by the time Cyberpunk comes out, I'll probably still be playing like Borderlands and Death Stranding. Who knows? Death Stranding apparently has like, what was that? I forget like how many hours worth of cutscenes.
Right.
Like some insane number of just like 20 plus hours of just cutscenes or something like that. I forget the exact number, but it was something that I remember when I read, I was like, damn, like that's, and it really shows if you watch the trailer of the show at Gamescom. Like, here's just like whatever 5-minute cutscene of just them talking, and throughout the game. I mean, that's what Kojima makes, anyways.
Yeah.
But
Well, like I was saying, that game could go either way, and I'm going to have to make a decision on it fast because the week after that releases is Jedi Fallen Order and Pokemon Sword and Shield.
yeah,
Both of them. So I'm going to have to make a commitment to either I'm done with this game or I'm not.
I know.
I'm all my life is now Death Stranding. You're gonna have to make that choice, and
well, hopefully once the game is out, so not to keep going back to Death Stranding, but hopefully when the game is out, once you start playing it, whatever, like, oh, yeah, this is a ton of fun, and I'm into the story, then to go from there.
Right.
So, but
yeah. So that was Avengers.
that was Avengers.
And then another thing that was announced that really excited me, and this is going to be the transition into what we've been playing a little bit. Mortal Kombat 11, we got the final DLC roster. So, of course, Shang Tsung and Nightwolf are now out and available. We're getting Sindel, we're getting Joker and Spawn, and the Terminator is actually the next character out is Terminator. And that's hype. Like,
Yeah, no,
like
it's
I finally get to have Spawn kill the Joker.
right.
Like, how great is that? I was hoping for something like that in Injustice 2 when there was all of that rumbling, but now I get to do a fatality with Spawn.
I'm surprised that the Joker's in this.
I
Just
am,
because of the nature of, I mean, when they did, I guess maybe I shouldn't be too surprised because they did Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Yeah, they did Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and the Joker, the villains for the DC Universe had fatalities. The heroes had brutalities. So it's not like we've never seen.
I know, but
and if you're gonna pick a character,
course, the
Joker kills, like he kills all the time. They actually had to edit the U.S. version of DC Universe versus Mortal Kombat because the Joker fatality was so bad. Like in the U.S. and everywhere, the other territories, it was fine. It still got its T rating, the equivalent, but here, no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I like Spawn. I've liked Spawn for many years, and so out of all of those, just because I enjoy Mortal Kombat, but I'm used to all of the characters that was on the roster, even the new ones. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's a Mortal Kombat character. But Spawn and the Joker, they do feel so kind of out of left field almost.
Right.
That I just want to see how Spawn plays. We'll see how crazy, because just because of the nature of his comic, like I can see them doing all sorts of crazy stuff with him. So
yeah. Also, Terminator is in every game coming out.
Well,
next
it's almost like there's a movie coming out for it.
It almost is, but man, he's saturated. That's not a bad thing because a lot of people love the Terminator. It is, and of course it is Arnold. Like, it's his likeness. So, I don't know. It could look hype, but I've been playing Mortal Kombat 11. Cool. I picked it up a little bit, and this is like I said, transition to what we've been playing. We're in that. Been playing it a little bit because Nightwolf came out. I wanted to try out Nightwolf, and I hadn't actually tried out Shang Tsung. I left the game for a while, and I was reminded why. I'll get to that in a minute. No, so I like Nightwolf play is really fun. He is really fun to use. He's not terribly slow. He's not lightning quick, but he's definitely got a good style to him. I like his two tournament legal forms or classes, whatever you want to call them. I like that. He has some awesome gear. Like he's just a blast to play as.
Cool.
And then he's not my main. Cassie Cage is still my main. Has been since 10. But yeah, I left this game. I put it down because of the crypt. And I went back and I was like, and there's still stuff locked behind there. It's like, man, I would really like to get some more of these colors, or I'd really like to get some more of this gear. It'd be really cool. And I go to the crypt and I'm reminded I hate the damn crypt. And it's not just that it's like this currency crap. Like It's not that. I would happily use the currency I earn in game to get loot boxes. It's the fact that you put an RPG that you don't do anything in inside of my fighting game. I don't play fighting games to play an RPG. And it's not like you're doing anything in the.
You don't.
You really don't. Like, it's just, you found Kenshi's blindfold. Yeah, cool. So now I have to do another thing that's gonna take up currency. It's just so stupid. You're all. I just want to fight.
It's a lot. The crypt. And I've played Mortal Kombat 11, and I spent a lot of time in the crypt.
I put probably an hour and a half just on the crypt. And I hate it. And then I run out of the currency, and I gotta go fight, and it's like, I have more currency. Cool, I guess I'll go back to the crypt.
I mean, the thing with the crypt is, it's my issue that I have with a lot of these like loot box style things, which is not. They are loot boxes.
Yes,
is what they are, because they're all, for the most part, other than some very specific ones, they're all randomized.
But you will get the same out of each box. It's randomized, but like, if you open this box that includes this skin, it will also have this thing in it as well. And you're supposed to be able to actually get everything from the crypt. You won't get repeats.
True, but it's still so, like, I remember when the game first came out, and it was something insane like that. It would take a person like 1,000 hours to be able to farm everything before you unlocked everything there is in this game. And I'm all for, like, hey, give me some to do, so I don't ever run out of things to do in this game. But a lot of the stuff that you needed to do, like, there were some like character specific ones where you needed to do like 50 fate. I think they toned it down to like 20 or 25 fatalities per character, but you had to do like all characters that were available at launch at the time, 50 fatalities per character before you were able to like unlock every single one of these boxes, and then that unlocks another thing. And
it's exhausting is what it is. And so I was playing that for a while. I've put it back down. I'm going back to Persona before I get to Control and Astral Change. Astral Chain. Not
Astral
change.
Change.
Yeah.
We're going to change the Astral.
I'm gonna change my beast or whatever the hell the Astral thing is. I don't understand that game yet. I'm excited
okay.
though.
Once it comes out.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm putting it back down because I specifically don't want to deal with that anymore. I want to leave that in the past.
It's a little much, yeah.
Like I'll come back when Terminator comes out, and Sindel and Joker and Spawn, in that order. That's the way that they're coming out, and Spawn doesn't come out till March, which is almost a year after the game comes out. That's a way to make us wait for the coolest character. But that must mean they're putting the most work into it, right?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Please tell me that's how that works.
Works.
But it looks cool. The extra characters look cool. I'm excited to jump back in when they come out. I also hate that you do not get that many skins for the DLC characters that I paid for already, that I paid extra for.
Yeah.
You don't get much else with them. There's not a whole lot of.
You're getting the characters, so.
It is. So I guess I don't deserve to be able to put on the ultra cool skins for Shang Tsung that they have.
I guess.
I don't.
Now you've learned your lesson. But
I have.
But no, you didn't.
I have. If they bring this crap to the next Injustice, I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna be so upset.
Yeah. That's the nature of those games. Like, that's how.
Like I said, I didn't even mind the loot boxes in Injustice 2 as much as I mind this, because it was just go to a menu. All right, I have this much currency. I can buy this many chests. Cool. Open. All right, I'm out of currency. Let's go back to the fighting to get more currency.
Yeah.
This is you
get to the point where you got to find the chest.
Yeah,
too.
I've got to find the chest, and they don't tell you where the chests are because, like they said, they're random, and it's the. God.
I know.
I'm so frustrated.
They fight you every step of the way. They fight every step of the way.
Yeah.
So.
They really do. They really do. Did you have anything else you were playing?
No, just like I said, I finished Fire Emblem. I've been playing through Gears.
Okay.
not. I mean, I guess I'll just complain real quick about so Black Desert Online just came out.
Okay.
I pretty sure it was free to play on like PC when it first came out and stuff like that, because I remember playing it and I'm not paying anything for it. It's not. It's a weird complaint. I was expecting this game to be free to play, and it's not. It's $30, so it's not that much. But it's so weird how we've been trained. Like these MMOs that come out, they're all free to play. And the crazy thing, I think the reason why I thought it was is that when I went to the store to see if I could find it, there's the first thing you see is all these like extra, spend money to get the pearls or whatever the special currency is for you to buy cosmetic stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll skip all of that because I'm not going to do that. And then I went for the games, like, cool, $30. Like, where's the free version? Like, I don't want to pay anything for it. And sure enough, you have to pay. But by next week, maybe I'll cave and I'll put $30 down. I am an MMO guy, so I want to check it out. But I know it's kind of a dumb complaint. It's like, oh, this game, I thought it was going to be free, and it's not free. But that's the age we live in now. So
that is a sign of the times.
I know, but now this is the calm. The calm's about to end.
Yep, it's
next week. It's just going to be like what we've been playing and just all sorts of other crazy stuff.
Next week, the only show left is like TGS. We're supposed to get some Death Stranding stuff at TGS, but besides that, like the news cycle is about to come to an end and only talk about actual
video games are out. So
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So look forward to that when that happens. What did you see at Gamescom that really excited you? What have you been playing? Are you as upset about the crypt as I am? Because I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Let us know in the comments, and of course, please remember to subscribe and share to your friends if you enjoyed what you just saw. Thank you. I'm Kenny.
I'm Feipe.
Thanks.